Hey guys, it's Ogs. I don't feel like making videos right now because I am broken, man. I have a broken heart. I am confused. I don't know who to believe. I am really on the street right now, to be honest with you. This channel started the day Frank Lampard was hired as Chelsea new manager. I had my personal account before that, but that day I decided to make some videos about Frank Lampard, and then I got 10 subs, and 18 months later I have over 84,000 people. So Frank Lampard will be forever remembered in this channel as the point of reference for me. And beyond that, Frank Lampard is a legend. Frank Lampard provided a lot of joy to the club, to everybody around the world. So when I see those glory hunters insulting Frank Lampard just after a few months of crisis in the club, it just hurt me even more. And on top of that, the club didn't even allow him to go back to Cobham Training Center to say goodbye to players. Wow, how ungrateful people are in this world. This is pure evil.
Don't know whether he really did think he would get more time. There are two ways of looking at it, isn't there? And it certainly was brutal. He hasn't been allowed to the training ground this morning or this afternoon to say goodbye to the players. There's a training session going on at the training ground behind me, which neither him nor Jody Morris nor Chris Jones, the three who arrived from Derby 18 months ago, are present. Coaches are taking that training session. We're not yet sure exactly who. But yes, talking about the brutality of it, he probably thought he might have been given a bit more time, given that he is a Chelsea legend, given that he's tried to do what the club asked him to do, in that he's used some of the youngsters that the club have produced, put them into the side. They've been playing well underneath him. Went the first season, of course, without any big money transfers or any transfers at all being allowed in. But of course,
let me make it clear here. Abramovich has the right to do whatever he wants with his club. This is modern football. This is not in Germany or Spain, where the club belongs to socios, to regular people like you and me. In England and some other countries, you have ownerships, okay? People spend their money and they have the right to do whatever they want. But just keep in mind, it was Chelsea before Abramovich, and it will be a Chelsea after Abramovich. You know what, man? I lost faith. I lost faith in humanity. I lost faith in Chelsea Football Club. I lost faith in Roman Abramovich. I thought this time was the best for Chelsea Football Club to get away from sucking, twisting, changing all the time and build for a long-term project. And oh my gosh, I was wrong. I was totally wrong. I don't know how I was blinded not to see that, but this time I trusted the club to do the right thing. And it looks like they just took advantage of Frank Lampard and they ruined his life. The guy was good at Derby County, and all of a sudden you went there knowing that he doesn't have any experience or whatever, but because nobody wanted to sign for you and deal with a bunch of kids and a lot of problems, you went to the legend of the club. And then after doing a great job first season, and the second season after finally getting some players in, you just sucked him in the middle of the season for some reasons. Yeah, I know the narrative in the Chelsea community is about the 200 million blah 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 BS, but they don't use context. There is no context. They never even mentioned that those 200 million never played together because of one reason or another one. Thiago Silva, very old, can't play every 3 days. Timo Werner, very poor, whatever position he plays, he's gonna miss one-on-ones. And of course, The narrative also is that he's playing out of position. Kai Havertz, very, very lazy. Body language is awful. He got the virus and had to be out for almost 2 months. And I can go over and over and over. Hakim Ziyech struggling with injuries here and there. They never played together. So the context doesn't play if you want to push certain agendas. I completely understand that. And that is the world we are living in. I'm not surprised anymore with this world. I live in America. I see it every single day. People come up with some stupidity, some conspiracy theory, and million of people will follow those people, you know. They will follow you. They will agree with you. They will applaud you for talking a lot of nonsense. So, man, this whole thing just kind of changed my perspective about the world, about the club, about everything in life. Because let's face it, good guy don't win anything. You know what I mean? Bad boys, they always successful. They always got hot chicks, you know. They always got money, good cars. But if you try to be honest and you try to follow life the way it is, the way it's supposed to be, you are scapegoated. You are the bad one. My goodness, the world is upside down. So the perfect one is coming. Thomas Tuchel. I've already made few videos, watch on my list, and you can understand what I said about this guy, so I don't have to repeat myself. I'm gonna support him no matter what, but right now I'm grieving, man. This is a grieving time for me. I'm gonna have to let it go before I completely embrace the new manager, because the end of the day, I don't make choices, I don't make decisions, and I have just to accept them because I love the club. I supported the club before the money, and I will support the club after the money. In the Chelsea community, it's a get rich now kind of philosophy, you know. You need result right now. Everything need to happen now. No effort, no nothing. Spend a bunch of money, make miracles. That is the world we are living right now. That's why we have a lot of financial crisis and all that in the world, because people don't care. Even if they don't make any money, they want to spend money on credit card, just get nice stuff without even knowing where the money is coming from. So Super Frankie is going to be always in my heart. I am going to have hard time really to see somebody right now take advantage of hard work that Frank Lampard been doing. You accept it or not, I always say that the people or the guy who is going to take over from Frank Lampard is going to have the easiest job on earth. You know why? First of all, the new manager bounce thing, it's real. When he comes, players are going to try to perform so they can have their number one spot in the team. So all the fat cat, all the lazy boys that never performed under Frank Lampard are going to perform somehow just because of the new manager. Where were you all this time? Frank Lampard made you come to the team. Now you betrayed him. Now the new guy, all he has to do is to be friend with those players and the job will be done very easily. Okay, he doesn't have to do anything specific because everything is already there. The communication was broken in the dressing room apparently because those players don't want to be told what to do, and Frank Lampard, being a professional in a high level himself, he knows what it takes to get to the next level. But now let's see how they are going to respond to the perfect one, because all he has to do in the beginning is to put his hand around their neck and talk to them like babies and beg them to perform for him. But at some point, if he starts pushing and asking and demanding certain things, the same players are going to turn against him. Just watch. Anyways, guys, the legacy of Frank Lampard as a coach is going to be promoting the academy product that nobody knew who they were. They never been valued at the club since Abramovich took over. And also trying to install a new culture, a new ID for Chelsea Football Club. Unfortunately, he wasn't given a chance to achieve what was in his head. The irony of all this is that the dead wood, the useless players in the team got Frank Lampard sacked. Somebody like Kepa Arrizabalaga or Kovacic complaining for Frank Lampard not giving clear directions. Wow. Kepa Arrizabalaga, you're going to tell me that you've been awful because of Frank Lampard? Or Kovacic, are you going to tell me that you've been awful because of Frank Lampard? You can't even shoot the damn ball. Shut up, man. So, you got your wish granted. You got a new manager, the perfect one. Support him. And you have to support him when nothing is working out. You can't be friends with somebody only when something is working out. You know, in the Chelsea community, we have so many friends with benefit. When we win, it's Super Frankie. You know, a couple months ago, he was the best in the world. We were going to win the league. We were going to win the Champions League. He need to sign a new contract, blah, 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 blah. Today, he's nobody and he need to go. It's a Chelsea thing.